folks, tonight we're gonna make my rendition of a Mapo Tofu. I don't have all the ingredients, but that's okay. It's kind of like with any type of dish, you just look at what you got in your pantry and do it. So, start with some garlic and olives, and garlic and sauteed onions, and salt. Just like a lot of my dishes, starts with garlic and sauteed onions. And you always start off first because you want to bring out the flavor of the garlic and the onions and reduce the pungentness of the garlic and onions. Alright, let's heat up and then we'll put some onions. Alright, hear the garlic toasting up, so that means it's perfect time for the garlic. And this garlic, you want to make it a little translucent. Well, that's pick it up. Let's cut the tofu. You're going to cut it in tiny little squares. This is a firm tofu. You can get soft ones if you want, depending on how you feel. Alright, the tofu comes in a brine sauce, so I usually like to rinse it out and then I just cut it. And you're just going to make some little tiny squares out of these, or rectangles, but it doesn't really matter. So you can cut that up. They're nice, easy to cut up. Like that. All nice and ready. Continue on. Alright, next, I'm going to pour half a cup of chicken broth, and the other half I'm going to put with some cornstarch. This is going to be thicken it up later on. Because cornstarch has to melt in cold water or cold liquid. So sometimes people use milk, or water, doesn't matter. I just let it cook in there. And this is where it's nice and in there. Now I'm gonna add the tofu in there because this is really quick. Yep, because pretty much everything is done. So you're going to add tofu. And add in peas. Just get the frozen one. Pour them in there. Mix them in. Just let it soak in all that flavor. Add in some black bean paste, or I don't have any, so I had some bean curd. It's about the same. I just don't add a little bit, not too much of it, because I don't really like that flavor. But black bean is really a fermented soybean paste. And you're gonna mix that in there. That just just adds a little flavoring. Add a little poison to mine. Add a little oyster. Add a little soy. Not too much. And add some chili flakes. This will give it a little kick. Careful how much you put in. Okay, now I do usually have some green onions, but I don't have any, but I do have some cilantro, so I'm going to take some of the cilantro stalks. And add it that way. Good. Pretty much it's about ready. What I want to do is let it boil. Once it boils, I'll add my other last ingredient. See how it's boiling up. Good. So let's mix the rest of this in there. There we go. And that'll help thicken up the sauce. And it's pretty much ready. You stir it up and let it boil, and as it boils, the cornstarch will help make it thicker. And this is my roommate's vegetarian. My other roommate made some ground turkey, so I'll add that later on. I'm keeping this as vegetarian as much as possible. And you just add your ground turkey to it, and then you eat it with rice. See how thick it's getting, and I think it's ready. Yes. And a little more spiciness. There we go. Alright, it's all ready to go. Turn it on. And add some pepper, black pepper to it. That is my rendition of Mapo Tofu. Voila!